let me keep it real with y'all for a second. Keep it real quick. Last couple episodes that I filmed, and even this one, this is my second time trying to film this episode. Last couple episodes I filmed, the footage, the visual keeps getting lost in the sauce. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm learning as I go. We learning as we go together. What up, though? It's your girl, Ashante Harrell, and welcome to another episode of It's Ashante. Attempt 2 at I Asked for Peace, and this is what happened. Because here's the thing, I'm not about to let some technical difficulties keep me down. I feel like somebody don't want me talking. Somebody trying to rain on our parade, and it's okay. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do at It's Ashante Podcast. I be on there having like quick little tidbits and little clips on there if y'all want to interact with me in between episodes. And then again, let me know the type of content y'all want to see. Let me know in the comments, some stories of your own, because today's story, you're either going to be like, yeah, girl, I agree, or wow, that's amazing, or this girl crazy. Hope y'all are excited for today's episode. I asked for peace, and this is what happened. Okay, so boom. I am 33 years old as of 2026. And just before my 30th birthday, I felt like I was going through this quarter life crisis. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I was like full of depression, full of anxiety, not sure what I wanted to do next, not sure how to get there. Even if I did know what I wanted to do, I was just all over the place. So I say, you know what? The bottom line of every desire is simply wanting to be happy and feel happy. So I could want things all I want, but do I really want these things, or do I just want the peace and the happiness that I think these things are going to bring me? I concluded that I just really want the peace, right? So I prayed for peace, and I had an insanely crazy experience while meditating. Okay, so boom, here I am, 29 years old, trying to find my way, trying to see what's next, realizing that what I'm doing for a career right now, I don't see myself doing at 40, 45, 50. So, little mama, you got to figure something out before you become big mama, right? So, I say, okay, I need to figure things out. So, I'm trying all types of stuff. I'm doing all types of stuff. I'm like constantly being met with resistance, right? So, I said, you know what, God? I don't even care no more. I just want to go with the flow. I just want to go with the wind. Wherever the wind blows me, I don't even care no more. I just want to feel good. I just want peace. I'm about to be 30. I don't want to walk into my 30th birthday feeling like dirt. So please, God, help me. I just want to feel peace. Right? Now, mind you, I started meditating in like October-ish on a consistent basis, and my birthday is in January. So that December before my birthday, I was meditating, and next thing you know, I feel these crazy waves of energy just flowing through my body. And for some reason, I didn't get scared. I was a little concerned, like, what is this that I'm feeling? What is going on right now? But I wasn't like afraid. I said, okay, I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna take some deeper breaths. So I took deeper breaths, and I felt my body start to calm down. But then, next thing I know, I almost felt like I took off in a rocket. Like I felt all this pressure and wind in my face. It felt like I literally was either like catapulted or like being launched into space, because I'm feeling like this resistance of gravity, right? I didn't feel like anything was sitting on me, pressing on me. It wasn't like sleep paralysis or anything like that. It literally felt like I was in an actual space vessel being sent somewhere, right? And then I started hearing this really loud, high pitched ringing. And then I started to feel like a headache from all the pressure. So I'm like, okay, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. And suddenly all of those sensations went away. And I look around because I'm meditating with my eyes closed, but suddenly I'm looking around and I'm in this gorgeous, we don't even have words to describe, paint to depict. Like there's nothing I could say that would do the beauty of this place any justice. Y'all, I was in these gorgeous golden hour clouds of just stars and just glitz and brightness. And it was beautiful. Because now, mind you, it was a gloomy day on earth. When I laid down to meditate this day, it was gloomy, it was raining, but here I am and it's giving like sunshine and bliss. So I'm just looking around and I'm noticing like figures, and the figures were more like signs, right? With symbols on them, and randomly I saw like a red light at one point shining, and then at another point I saw like bathroom signs. Like I saw these figures that were like, the male and female, like the little signs and symbols that be on the bathrooms and on public bathrooms. And then I just saw like these just stars and just these bright orbs. It was just beautiful. I don't know. It was just gorgeous. And then next thing I know, I start to feel this overwhelming, like overwhelming sense of love. It felt so good and it looked so good wherever I was at that I literally was tearing up, ready to cry. It was beautiful. It felt beautiful. I felt so safe. I felt so safe. Now, here I am all excited about this experience. I'm like, I'm about to text my best friend and tell her what it is that I'm seeing and what it is that I'm doing and what's going on. I'm about to text her. So here I am thinking that I didn't came back to I don't know, my regular consciousness. And I'm texting my best friend, like, girl, you wouldn't believe the experience I'm having. Da, 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 da. Right. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm like, let me take some notes too. I'm like, I'm gonna need these notes because somebody gonna have to tell me what the heck is going on. Like, I'm taking notes on my phone, all type of stuff, right? And then I go back to dilly dallying wherever I was. Um, the amount of peace and love I felt whilst being wherever I was made me realize like everything that I'm worried about in real life is literally fake and is literally all made up. Like, I quickly realized that everything that I was concerned about that I felt was taking from my peace was something or is something that was made up by somebody who bleeds when they get cut and poop when they gotta go pot. Like it was made by another human being. So I started to realize, okay, I'm worried about a whole bunch of nothing because at the end of the day, the love of God, that is what's real. That is what matters. That unconditional amount of safety you should feel because at the end of the day, God is with you. So I finally am done dilly dallying wherever I was dilly dallying at. It's been like 45 minutes by the time I actually came to and realized, like, oh, I wasn't texting my friend. I wasn't taking notes because it was sunny and bright and shiny up there and it's gloomy down here. So I'm like, let me just double check. So I look at my phone I did not send a text. I look at my notes. I did not take no notes. I was so upset because I'm like, I hope I can remember everything. Um, and so then I text my homegirl like, yeah, girl, I just had a crazy experience. Blah 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 dot 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 blase splee. Tell her everything I was going through. And then I also had this innate urge to isolate and protect myself. I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want nobody calling me. I don't want nobody texting me. I don't want to see nothing or nobody. I don't want to turn on the TV. I don't want to scroll my phone. I want to figure out what the heck was that I just went through? Like, what was that? What was that? Somebody has to have done this before. Somebody has to have been here before. Somebody has to have an explanation for me because uh, I was literally mind blown. Also, now mind you, I didn't do nothing. It was nothing in my system but water. I'm not a person who do the mushrooms or the marijuana. I don't do none of that. So it's like this is almost like one of them stories somebody tell you when they went on a trip or something, like looking back. So I find a lady who could help me understand what it is that I just been through, right? She works at a shop with candles and crystals. Don't judge me, don't judge her. Okay? These are pure people, okay? And so I'm like, can you help me understand what it was that I just experienced? And she said something about traveling to visiting different dimensions, and it's 13 of them. I was on level 11. Had I went further, I probably would have seen X, Y, and Z. Had I not been gone that far, I probably would have seen X, Y, and Z. I simply had an experience. And she kept asking me, was I with her? Was I on Earth? Was I okay? And I'm like, yeah, like I feel good. I'm feeling blissful. She like, because your aura is splattered all over the place. She's like, usually your aura is like 6 feet up in front of you, 6 feet behind you, 6 feet. Like it's like a 6 foot radius, whatever. Y'all know whatever I'm trying to say that surrounds you. She's like, but yours is just you busted wide open. And you need to call it back to you and you need to protect yourself because you're open. It's giving you're susceptible to things that you may not want to be receptive to. I said, oh, snap. Okay. I'm glad I came to see you because I did feel an innate sense of wanting to immediately protect myself after I came back from that experience. And I showed her where I posted it on Instagram. Like, I don't know what just happened, but I'm going to need everybody to leave me alone for a minute till I figure out what the heck just happened. So she taught me pretty much how to protect myself in a spiritual sense. Because that's another thing too. We be on earth and we know to lock our doors, and we know to carry, and we know to not go to certain places after a certain time, or just to completely not go to certain places. But on that side, a lot of us don't know how to protect ourselves, and then that's when you get these stories about, oh, there's evil and it's dark. You just got to know what you're doing. That's another episode for another day. So, anywho, I appreciate her for her help. I thank her for her help. I pay the lady and I go about my life, right? And I felt this sense of peace and this sense of joy for so long. It was like at least a month, if not a little bit more. My 30th birthday, I go back and look at those pictures and I'm literally glowing. My friends are like, wow, you look great. You're flourishing. And I'm just like, really? I'm meeting up with friends out and about. I'm going to the bar, meeting up with my friends. They're like, are you high? You don't smell like, did you have a piece of candy? I'm like, no, I'm high off life. Like I was just walking around emitting and feeling this crazy glow. Like I felt so good. I would come home from work and sit on the middle pillow of the couch, no TV, not touching my phone, and just sit there with a smile on my face. Just happy to be here, not worried about nothing, not experiencing any anxiety, not thinking about my insecurities, not thinking about like it was no brain fog. It was no, um, it was just pure bliss. I don't even know how to explain what I felt other than just pure bliss. Like imagine just waking up, not worried about nothing. It was beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, I was talking to strangers on the street. I was hugging folks and giving people life advice. It was like I needed a chaperone. I needed a chaperone. I see why she kept asking me like, "Are you here?" Because granted you had this experience, but you still have to live on earth in the real world. You can't just walk around aura open and oblivious to the dangers of over here. Like you have to be on earth. You got one foot over there, one foot over here. You gonna have to come back over here, or you'll get yourself in some trouble. Thank God everything was fine. I'm fine. Um, but yeah, so that feeling after about a month or so started to wear off and it almost felt like a crash. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel disgusting now. Like, what's going on? I'm craving sugars and I'm, you know, tossing and turning a little bit at night. So I'm like, dang, did I just have this experience just to have this like new low? Like, what's going on? So I go back to the lady. And she's like, no, you're just having what she called ascension symptoms. And basically, when you go through uh internal upgrade essentially, you'll have these symptoms. You haven't met a new low, your body's just getting back to its normal homeostasis, but since you was up so high so long, you feel like you're low, but you're still, even when even though you're going back low, you're still up higher than what you were. She like, keep going. She like, you gonna be talking to Jesus seeing green goblins, so just be careful. Keep it cute. And so, yeah, that was my experience, y'all. That was my experience. I don't want to make this too long, but I do want y'all to, if y'all have any experiences y'all want to share with me, share some in the comments. I want to see. This is a judgment-free zone. These are the type of stories I normally keep right within my inner circle. Like I feel like a lot of my friends are gonna watch this and not even know that I had this sort of experience. There's gonna be a lot of people who watch this who gonna believe I'm lying. It's gonna be a lot of people who watch this that's gonna say, you were doing something. There was nothing in my system. This was a very, very real experience. And I would love to hear about y'all's. And if y'all want to hear about more of my experiences, because this was just my first one. If y'all want to hear more about my experiences, uh let me know. Let me know, and I can make more videos like this. We do have more topics we're going to be talking about. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to this yap session story time about my crazy experience I had after I asked for peace. This was It's Ashante. I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.